How's it going, guys? We're at the BDT factory today, installing some Go Fast parts. Today we'll be installing a single pulley on the B8.5 Audi S4. So stay tuned, guys. So let's get right to it. First things first, let's remove the cover of the supercharger. You're going to need a 16mm wrench to get to the tensioner at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and go clockwise on that. One. We're going to remove the belt because the belt is a different size since we're changing pulleys. Alright guys, it's time to lift the car up and we need to put it in service position. There is another route. You can remove the supercharger to lift it up. I would go that route, but I want to adjust my core support a little bit for alignment of the hood. So, we're going to go ahead and remove the front plastic cover up here, front bumper. Next thing we're going to do is remove the front bumper from the front of the car. Next part, we're going to remove the inner fender well, just the 2 bolts on the inside. On top of it, maybe if you want to remove this clip. Let's see if I can grab it. Yes, there it is. One of these, just one of those, the 2 bolts, and then we're going to pull it back and we're going to get to the 10mm right here. An extension with a magnetic 10mm on the end of it. And there we go. While we're down here, I'm actually going to remove the fog lights from the fog light housing just to make it a little easier for when I remove the bumper by myself. Harness is unplugged. So now what you're going to do, give it a nice yank right here. Came out, perfect. We do need to remove the lower belly shield, which we'll do right in a second. Takes a 225, some of them are a T30. Next thing we're going to do is remove the coolant hose from the radiator here because we're going to put it in service mode, which pulls this out, but you'll hold onto this hose and it'll break. So, this is very brittle. Please note this. Spray some TB Blaster. Definitely make sure it soaks in. Go and grab a pick. I'm going to lift up the tab very nicely. Once the tab is up, we're going to gently just wiggle back and forth. Do not force it. She is a pain. There you go. See how gentle you have to be, guys? Just keep wiggling it back and forth and it will give up. We're gonna grab a long extension, 16mm. There's 1 up top, 2 on the bottom. Go ahead and pull those all the way out. Do not remove these yet. The T30s that hold this, you don't want to do that yet because we have these nice bolts that will stick in there and slide the core support back without putting much pressure on all this stuff up here. So we have these beautiful bolts. You're gonna screw these in where you just remove the core support bolts. These are what slide the core support back without putting pressure on everything. I just go on the easiest one you can get to. I'll actually go in there. Come on, baby. Now with the two supporting bolts on the bottom, you can go ahead and remove the T30 right here. That's really all the room we need to get to the supercharger pulley. All right, grab a nice pick. Be gentle with this plastic piece right here. Try not to get in the shot. And drop that like me. So I'm using the nice Forge kit. It's pretty nice. I have used this probably 5 times now. It gets the job well done. So. Stuck there. Go ahead and grab your bolt, stick some lube on her. .22mm wrench. Guys, the pulley's been officially removed. So now we're gonna throw the pulley from the supercharger into the oven or your easy bake, whatever machine. You can heat up to 450 for 30 minutes. We're doing this so the pulley expands so it'll slide onto the shaft real nice and easy. Now let's install the supercharger belt. So now we're gonna pressurize the coolant system to make sure we have 0 leaks and also bleed out the air. So now we're going to remove the air from the system. On the back of the supercharger we have 2 Phillips screws in the back. Be hard on it because it does strip very easily. That's how you get that efficiency. Woo! Sorry. Alright guys, so after 15 minutes, we're going to check the coolant reading. It is held, so that means we have 0 leaks happening. So now we're going to remove it and put the rest of the coolant and fill it up. And alright guys, so since we finished everything, we're going to go ahead and start the vehicle up and make sure everything's alright. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's how you install a single pulley on the B8.5 Audi S4. Stay tuned guys.